Jax, can you lie down? Are you gonna come hang out or are you gonna lie down? Oh, you're gonna come hang out? Okay, but if you're going to, you need to show your face. They can't see you. They can't see you. Just, mwah. Look at the camera. So beautiful. Okay. Are you gonna stay here the whole time or put your bed over there? Okay. This might not work. Okay, this video is about how I felt unprepared doing this last year, but then did nothing to be more prepared this year. It is May 1st, so it's time for me to try to read a book a day for the month of May. I did this last year and ended up feeling kind of like it pretty much put me in like a reading slump for a while. And honestly, May is probably like not a great month for me to do this. Sorry, I'm petting my dog, but you can't really see him. But you can see this is all of his dog hair that I just got off. I really hope that came up on camera because now I have dog hair all over the floor. Anyways, my dog is licking my tripod. And okay, can you lay down? May probably isn't the best month for me to do this because it's usually pretty busy. It has Mother's Day, Father's Day, my daughter's birthday, my husband's birthday. Plus we usually go away at some point in May. I'm going away near like the end of the month. But it rhymes. So that's why I'm doing it in May. So in preparing for this, because I should have prepared way sooner, there are a lot of short books that I know that I want to read. And in January, I was like, oh, I should like go through and make a list and put some stuff on hold. But I didn't really do that until April. And then a lot of the books that I knew that I wanted to read, they were like several months wait. So I just kind of went to the library, grabbed like all of the short books I could find, anything that I could get on hold. And I shoved them all in this bag. So I can't really remember what is in here, but I'm going to look through them, kind of explain them as best as I remember, or tell you nothing about them because I don't know anything about them. Because I pretty much just went through, grabbed short books, looked them up on Goodreads, and if they didn't have like a terrible, terrible rating and like had a decent amount of ratings, and sounded interesting, then I just like threw it in my bag. So a lot of these I don't really know anything about. There are some that I like handpicked. So I'm gonna go through them and then I'm gonna pick my book for the day. It's like 1:45, I think. So I still have a decent amount of time to, get my book done for the day. So here's all the books that are in my bag. Woman on the Edge by Samantha M. Bailey. I don't know anything about this. I got it from my friend. It is maybe a little bit on the longer side, but she said it's a really fast-paced thriller. So if I, have a good chunk of time, then I think I can probably get through it in the day if I stay focused. If it's like really gripping, then I could probably read it in the day if I, take majority of the day. And this literally just says she gave you her baby and then she jumped. So Headshot by Rita Bullwinkle. I also don't know anything about this one, but it was on Books and Lala's favorites of the year last year. So this was one that I definitely wanted to read. My hair's doing something weird. And it's like it's like written, it has that like format that I love where like not the whole page isn't like filled with words and it's like kind of like these little like vignettes. So I love that format and so I feel like I could get through it quickly. Hereafter by Amy Lynn. I can't remember where I saw this. I saw this somewhere, like I think maybe on like a list of someone's like of books you can read in a day. Maybe it was like a Goodreads list or it was like a list on the internet. Last year when I did this, I went through a bunch of people's videos like on BookTube and tried to find a bunch of like short book recommendations. I didn't do that this year. I just kind of grabbed whatever. So can't really remember where I found this. But again, not a lot of words on the page. I love that. I believe this is a memoir. Is this a memoir? It is. Yeah, it says right on front. It's a memoir. I don't know what about, but I heard good things. Okay, what else? Oh, this is another book I got from my friend, the same friend that gave me the first book, and it's 15 Dogs by Andre Alexis. Again, I don't know what this is about, and this one might be a little much to read in one day because like it does look short-ish, but the pages are filled with words. So I may or may not read this one. If I have a good chunk of time, then I will. I did ask for some recommendations from some of my friends on BookTube. I'm just going to pull out all of the ones that I was able to get. I think there was just a lot of them actually. I feel like a lot of these short books like I can't find. Like last year I really wanted to read Rest Stop by Nat Cassidy and I can't find that book anywhere. Like it's not my like Libby doesn't have it. The library doesn't have it. As for what I got recommended, I could only find two of them. And that was Open Throat by Henry Hoke, maybe. And I don't know anything about this, but again, not a lot of words on the page. 10 out of 10. A queer and dangerously hungry mountain lion lives in the drought devastated land under the Hollywood sign. And then I also got recommended Stephen King, or sorry, Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. Also, I don't know anything about this, but it's like so tiny. Fun fact, the only Stephen King I have ever read is another short book of his. I didn't read it last year though, during May. I just read it whenever. And it was Gwendy's Button Box, which I didn't end up loving. So I'm hoping this one will be, I'll have better luck with this one. The Gift is in the Making by, by Leanne Simpson. I read one of her books last year, This Accident of Being Lost, and I absolutely loved it. I felt like it was so like underread. I don't know how many like ratings it had on Goodreads, but I feel like it was like less than 1,000 or it was like 1,200 or something like that. And I felt like it really needed more because it was so good. But then, yeah, I saw this short one by her in the library. So obviously had to pick it up. I'm sure it's going to be stunning. I'm really excited for this one. Oh, this one was an interesting one. Okay, most of these books I had like never heard of, but literally they were short and the ratings didn't look terrible and they sounded interesting. So I threw them in my bag. So I'm hoping to find some like good gems this month. And this one was really interesting. Multiple Choice by Alejandro Zambra. It's literally told like it's like a multiple choice test, like literally A, B, C, D, E. I don't really know like what it's really about, but I just love a book that just has like an interesting format. Let me see if I can tell you anything. Written in the form of a standardized test, multiple choice invites the reader to respond to virtuoso language exercises, whatever that means, and short narrative passages through thought-provoking, usually unanswerable multiple choice questions. So I don't know. It sounds interesting. The Ant Who Wouldn't Die by Shishendu Mukhopadhyay. Hopefully I didn't say that super terribly. This just says a funny, tug at your heartstrings tale of love, family, and freedom centered around 3 generations of Bengali women. And I love the title and the synopsis sounded interesting. So in my bag it went. Two Can Play by Ali Hazelwood. I've only read Ali Hazelwood's like short books. I've never read any of her full length books. I've only read like the 3 like I think it's like the Stuck with You like novellas or whatever. And this one was short, so I figured, I could read a short romance. I think it's only like 187 pages. So, do I know anything about it? No. The Felt by Sarah Moss. I read another short book by Sarah Moss a couple years ago, Ghost Wall, and it was really good. And this is another short one. Also, don't know what this is about. I think it's about a woman who slips through her garden gate and turns up. Wait, huh? At dusk on a November evening, a woman slips through her garden gate and turns up the hill. I don't know what that means. Turns up the hill. Like she's walking up the hill? I don't know. I think she falls. That's all I know. Famous by Blake Crouch. This one really intrigued me because it has a really low rating on Goodreads. I think like a 3.35, which surprised me given that it's like a well-known author. So I wanted to give it a go because I also tend to really like lowly rated books. But this is about someone, a 38-year-old named Lance, who looks like a famous movie star, I think. And he kind of like works a meaningless job and he lives in his parents' garage. And then it says he's finally going to go after his dream and truly become James Jansen. So I don't know what that means, but I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm surprised by the low rating, so I'm curious about this one. The Setting Sun by Osamu Dazai. I wanted to read No Longer Human last year, but I think I got a comment saying that it's not the best book to kind of cram into a day. But then my one friend who lent me the other books, she said that she thinks that I could handle it. So I was looking for that one, couldn't find it in time. So I have this one. I'm hoping that No Longer Human will become available. And I don't know what this one is about, but heard great things about the author and their other books. So what else do I have? Oh, Full Speed to a Crash Landing by Beth Revis. This is one that I actually was prepared for. I started reading this, I think maybe like a couple months ago. And then I was like, you know what, this is short and it's a series. So I should save it for May. So I stopped reading it and put it on hold. And then I think I have the other ones on audiobook, or at least the second one. I think at one point I did know what this was about. It takes place in space. I think there's a romance between these silhouettes. Okay, I have The Red Pony by John Steinbeck. I had mentioned that I don't love classics, but I do like John Steinbeck. I read East of Eden. I read it like so long ago, I think when I was like 20, and I'd be curious to read it again to see like if I like it as much as I remember. I don't really remember much about it, but I also loved Of Mice and Men, which is another short. I think I have it. I don't feel like pulling it down, which is another short book. So I thought maybe I would like this classic. Do I know what it's about? No. The other classic I have is The Crucible by Arthur Miller. I don't know what it's about. It takes place in Salem, Massachusetts. I don't know. It looked manageable because it's a play. Because it is yeah. Wow. Maybe I should look into things better before I do them. A classic of the American theater, Arthur Miller's tense, ingeniously multi-layered drama of principle and paranoia. So maybe I'll like this better because it is a play and not a regular book. I don't know. What else do we got? Okay, another book I know nothing about, but I think I saw on a list saying it was good. The Time Machine, an Invention by H.G. Wells. When the intrepid time traveler finds himself in the year 800 and, oh my God, 802, I don't even know how to say numbers. 808, 800,200. How would you even say that? Wow, I am appearing really stupid. 802,701. Why am I forgetting how to say long numbers? This is really embarrassing. Okay, I was right. I was kind of right. 802,701. That was really embarrassing. But yeah, he's in that year, and there's a utopian society, evolved human beings, but then unearths a dark secret that sets mankind on course towards an inevitable destruction. Sounds good. The Ferryman and His Wife by Frody Gritton. I am probably saying that name terribly wrong. His dog, dead for many years, leaps aboard with him, and then the other dead beings begin to emerge. But it doesn't sound like a horror vibe. It just sounds like, it has like a little spice to it. I'm actually excited about this one. Okay, there's only 4 more in my bag. An elderly lady is up to no good. I don't know what this is about, but I have seen it around. I've heard it talked about. But what is she doing? Doesn't she like commit crimes? Oh yeah, she commits murder. She has no qualms about a little murder. So that sounds fun. And it's itty bitty. Okay, I have, I can't even remember where I had like seen this or like wanted to read it, but I did put it on hold. Ira Wells on book banning, but I don't know if I will end up reading this one because like it is small and I'll read it eventually because I think that it's important, but I don't know if I'll be able to get through this in a day because like it's nonfiction and might not like keep my attention enough to like read it like in a sitting. So we'll see. Maybe I will get to it, but maybe I won't. But it's about book banning. From the destruction of libraries in ancient Rome to today's state-sponsored efforts to suppress LGBTQ plus literature, book bans arise from the impulse towards social control. Yeah, I think it'll be a really good read. Just maybe not a one-day read, but we'll see. The Butcher of the Forest by Premi Mohammed. It's another one I'd never heard of. Saw it in the library. The synopsis sounded good. At the northern edge of a land governed by a merciless foreign tyrant lies a wild, forbidden forest ruled by powerful magic. Virus Thorn, the only one to ever enter the forest and survive, is forced to go back inside to retrieve the tyrant's missing children. Within its depths await traps and trickery, ancient monsters, and hauntings of the past. One day is all Varys is afforded. One misstep will cost everything. And yeah, that sounds interesting. And the last book I have is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. This one I've seen a lot on BookTube and heard good things about. It says she left her home for the stars but found more adventure than she bargained for. A tense and intimate coming-of-age story in space. And this one is also, I think, a series. I don't know how many it has, maybe 2 or 3 or just a duology. I honestly can't remember, but if I like this one and I can get the other ones, then I plan on reading the whole series. And those are all the physical books I have. How many do I have? Because I probably need more. Oh, let's put them here. Oh, that was a fail. Okay, I have. Okay, so I only have 22 physical books, so I'm hoping. Oh, I feel like, did I sink down? Sorry. Hopefully I wasn't like that for like the entire video. And then on audiobook, I have, Nobody's Baby by Olivia Waite. I read Murder by Memory by this author last year, and this is a continuation of the series. It's just following the same like detective. It's like this like library in space, or this, I think. I can't really remember. I think she's like a detective. You can put like your memory in like a bank. And so I don't really know what this one is about, but I have it on Skip the Line for 4 more days. So I need to read it in the next 4 days. I also have Victorian Psycho by Virginia Fado. I think this is another, I don't know what this is about, but another one that I've seen on BookTube. I have The Night Guest by Hildur. I'm going to mess up this last name, so I'm not even going to try. This one is due in 2 days, so I have probably read that one tomorrow, I think. I have A Mouthful of Dust by Nevo, which is a novella series following Cleric Chi, who they are a storyteller. And I've just loved all of those books in this series. What's the first one called? The Emperor of Salt and Fortune. And yeah, that one I have the ebook. So, oh, and then I also have Mistletoe by Kimberly Lemming, the author of like That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, like those books. I'm sure it'll be very entertaining. So those are all the ones that I have. So with the 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I still need to get a few more. So if you have any suggestions, please leave them below. Anyways, I will see you every day this month, and hopefully I get a lot of reading done and this doesn't end up burning me out and putting me in a reading slump. So see you later. Hello, I'm back. I realized I didn't pick a book for the day. What am I leaning towards? I'm leaning towards this because I think I could get the audiobook, and it doesn't look, it looks like it would be okay if I read it, a lot of it in the evening. Or I just do this one because I also have the audiobook, and this one is like so short on the inside. So, you know what? It'll be one of these. Stay tuned.